Hey guys, today I wanted to do a fun video for my channel. It's the 20 question mommy tag, and I am a mom of two boys, 8 and 2. So let's get started. So the first questions are: you a stay-at-home mom or a working mom? I am a stay-at-home mom. I'm the one that takes Caden to all his therapies. I take care of Carson, the 2-year-old. Would you have it any other way? I don't think that I'd actually like to go outside of the house to work, but I would prefer to be a work-at-home mom. Do you co-sleep? I did with my 8-year-old. He slept with us until he was about 4, maybe almost 5. Finally got him out of our bed, and with this one, with Carson, when he was born, I used the what are those things called? Swaddle Me blankets, and he slept in his rock and play for the first 4 or 5 months of his life. Went straight from the rock and play to actually went to the pack and play in our bedroom, and then we moved him to his crib, and that's where he's been since he was about 5 months old, and he's almost 20. He's 25 months old, 2 years and a month. One must have gear for baby. That's a toss-up. I didn't have it with Caden because he did co-sleep. He wouldn't sleep in a bassinet. He preferred to sleep with us for some reason. But for Carson, because he did have reflux, the one item that I really recommend, especially babies who have reflux, is the rock and play. He loved that thing. He felt secure in it. I was able to swaddle him in them Swaddle Me blankets, and then he would sleep. After he dropped his nighttime feeding around 2 months, 3 months, he would sleep almost all night in it. The only time he woke up is when he'd lose his binky. See, how many kids do you plan on having? That's a toss-up. It's hard for me to answer because it's hard for me to explain how I feel. Caden was not an accident, but a surprise. I didn't think I could get pregnant because I have polycystic ovarian syndrome. But for some reason, a miracle happened, and I got pregnant with him. After Caden turned around 1 is when I started really wanting to try for another one, to have a sibling for Caden. We had to try different fertility drugs and things like that, and it took almost 6 years to get pregnant with Carson. So I really wanted 3 kids when me and Steven first got together. Really wanted 3 kids. And I still, in the back of my mind, I still think I want 3 kids. But at this point in time, I'm done. Carson is in his terrible 2 stage, and he has been a more difficult baby and toddler than what Caden was. And I don't know if it's because there's almost 7 years age difference between both of my kids that I feel that way, but Carson is a very hard child. And so I don't know if I want to try again. I do know that if I do decide that I want another one, I'm not going to go through the fertility drugs and things like that. If it happens, it happens. If it don't, it don't. I'm not too worried about it for now. That might change in a year. Give me a couple months to a year to 2 years. I might change my mind. Let's see. Date night. How many nights or days per month do you go? It's a hard one as well. My husband works a ton of hours. Around 60, 65 hours a week. He works night shift. And then one Sunday every 4 weeks. It's once a month, but it's every 4 weeks. He has to get up early around 2 o'clock in the morning and go in, work it by 3 to do inventory. And he's usually there till about 12 p.m. Only about 8 hours. But with his schedule and stuff like that, it makes it really hard for us to go out and do things, just me and him. Usually if we do go out because the kids didn't see their daddy throughout the week, we usually go and do things by ourselves, or with them, not by ourselves. And that's usually just going to eat or running by one of the fast food places and going to somebody's house, one of his cousins' house, things like that. It don't happen often, but every once in a while we do get a night by ourselves about once every 6 months, which it works for us. I do wish we could do it a little bit more often, but we work with what we can for now. Let's see. Your child's favorite show. Carson's favorite show, I think, is Chuggington from Disney Channel. Caden's favorite show is either Power Rangers or one of those Teen Nick shows. I can't remember. Gamer's Guide, something like that. I don't know. But that's, plus he likes Walking Dead. Caden likes Walking Dead and Duck Dynasty. And yes, I do let my child watch The Walking Dead. I don't believe in censoring a lot of stuff that's on TV, because you should teach your child right from wrong and what's not real and what's reality. And that's what I plan on doing. If you censor your child, that's all. That's you. To each their own. I don't tell people how to live their life or how to raise their kids, and I raise my kids the way that I feel like I need to raise them. Sorry for that. Let's see. Name one thing you bought before you had your baby and you never ended up using. You never ended up using. I'm sorry. I don't know. I didn't buy a lot of unnecessary things for Carson. I know when Caden was born, there was several, like the bassinet and the change table. I never used with Caden. With Carson, I did use the changing table. I did use his crib. I did use the pack and play. I did use the, what is that? I just said it. Rock and play. There was a lot of stuff that I bought for Carson. I guess because I knew what I would and probably wouldn't use with Carson from Caden. There wasn't much unnecessary things that I bought for Carson. Let's see. How many cars does your family have? 2. I have a white Chevy Equinox, and my husband has a Mazda B3000 pickup. It's a truck. Weight gain during pregnancy, or before pregnancy, during and after. This question is kind of hard the way they're worded. With Caden, I'd lost 75 pounds. I got down to 150 pounds. Got pregnant, and during the pregnancy, I gained 81. And then after he was born, I lost like 30, but then wound up gaining it back. Before Carson, I lost, I'm just going to say 40 pounds. I know it was a little bit less than that, but it was around 40 pounds. Before Carson, I lost 40 pounds. I gained 28 in total, but before I gave birth, actually, I was only at the 24-pound mark that I gained with him. And then after, I did lose, I think, 20 pounds, but then I'm right back up to pretty much the weight I started before I started losing weight with Carson. But me and my husband do plan on doing a fitness, what's it called? A fitness meal plan type thing because we need to start losing weight. We really do. We need to get healthier. We need to feed the boys healthier things, and that's what we plan on doing here pretty soon. Let's see. Dream vacation with your kiddos, Disney World. We've been to Disney World with Caden, with my family, but we didn't get to do all the things that I wanted to do and what he wanted to do. And Caden was, I think, 3 at the time when we went, and we only actually went for one day. Actually, 2 there. We did other things in Orlando, but we went to Disney World one day, and then we went to the water park, both water parks, Typhoon Lagoon, and I can't remember the other one, which I think it was the other one. No, Typhoon Lagoon is the one we liked. I don't remember the other one. But we did those 2 days there, and I think we spent almost a week. So when we ever go back, that would be one thing that one dream vacation that I would go is spend a week actually at Disney and doing things there. Dream vacation without the kiddos would be, I don't know, I think Hawaii. I really would like to go Hawaii. Just being on the beach would just be a dream, and not having kids run it. Even I love my kids, don't get me wrong, but it'd just be a dream vacation. Let's see. How has your life changed since baby has been born? Okay. When Caden was born, Caden did do, my life changed a lot, because I went from not having responsibility of anybody else or anything else other than myself. I mean, Steven took care of himself. I took care of myself. After Caden was born, it hit me like a ton of bricks, that I was responsible for them, and, things have changed. We both grew up, because I had Caden at 20. Steven was he 18? Steven was 18, I was 20, and, we both grew up a ton since he's been born. Now that Carson has been born, life didn't really change much for us. I did experience a lot of postpartum depression with him and anxiety afterwards, but life hasn't changed much, other than we can't do as much with, or do what we did before, like vacations and the activities that we plan, because we have to either make sure we have a babysitter or we don't go. So, finish the sentence. It makes my heart melt to see my kids laugh. My kids laughing and having fun is the most precious thing to me, and there's nothing better in the world than seeing your kids laugh. And I'm talking about the genuine laugh. Where do you shop for your kids? Target, Walmart, Old Navy, what's that place? Carter's, and Children's Place. That's where I buy their clothes. Caden is really more Old Navy than anything else. Old Navy for jeans. I do buy some of those t-shirts at Walmart, because even though the city is about 20 to 30,000 people, the only big store here that you could buy things at, that's just like, I guess geared towards family clothes, things like that, is Walmart. If I were to go the next town over, the big city, they have a lot more options, which that's why I go to Old Navy. Carson, I go to Carter's. What's that place? Children's Place in the mall, and then Walmart as well. Favorite mommy makeup and skincare products. Mommy makeup, I'm not particular. I don't wear a lot of makeup all the time. I don't put too much emphasis on this. Skincare product, somebody here recently, I started getting, because I do have polycystic ovarian syndrome, I started getting laser hair treatment, laser hair removal treatment on this right here, my chin, and right here. And she gave me some of this cream. It's a rejuvenating cream or something like that. I love that stuff. I put it on my face every morning. My face hasn't, I mean, I do get pimples, but it's not dry because my face would dry out. I had really bad eczema right here on my face, especially when I was pregnant with Carson. And I haven't had any of that problem since I started using that about 3 weeks ago. So I like it. Let's see, Huggy diaper jeans, yay or nay? Never used them, would never use them. I prefer Pamper white diapers on my kids. Have you always wanted kids? Yes. Ever since I was little, I used to tell my mom that I wanted 2,000-3,000 kids. Didn't realize that wasn't possible, but I did say it. Best part about being a mom is having them around, their laughter, just seeing them grow up and seeing an extension of myself and Steven into these kids, and knowing that these kids were made because Steven and I, God, I'm itching. Steven and I love each other, and that's why these kids were brought into the world, and that's the best thing is, you know, just seeing them grow up and being there, and them being there with me, and just being kids, and that's why I enjoy being a mom. So, I had fun doing this. Thank you for watching. Please comment below on anything you want me to do. If you want me to do different types of videos, just let me know. But comment below, subscribe, like my video, whatever you need to do. So thank y'all. Y'all have a wonderful day, and thank you for watching.